Kenzie Bell with my fairy treasures. Okay, you guys, we're gonna do a for Christmas, and I think this could just be up all year round, depending on your decor. But I think this looks it could be for Christmas because it's a that's a sled from Dollar Tree, and that's what we're DIYing. There's the top of it right there. Or it could be if you have farmhouse or you have French country. This could be up all year round. That's how I'm seeing it. And we're turning it Mackenzie Child style. So what we started out with, let me show you. From Dollar Tree, we turned this, okay, which is cute on its own. I think it's cute, into this, which I like better. So I'm going to show you how I did this. And there's a few things we have to finish up here. We had to put some distress marks on here. I didn't do the gold all the way around, but I want to wait till I get to that with the one that we need to, with our plain one. So we'll start here with a plain one. I'll show you how to get all the checks on it. Then we'll go back to this one and I'll put all the stress marks in, the distress marks. Okay. So here we go. Let me sit down. Make sure we're in frame. Okay, so here we go. I'm just trying to think how I want to start. I want to start with it like this. Do I? Yeah, I want to do it like this. It'll be easier for me. I'm going to try to start in the middle somewhere. Get in the middle as much as possible. I'm using painter's tape like always. I've taken this painter's tape and I've stuck it onto my shirt or my pants a couple of times, just to make sure that it's not too sticky, even though it's supposed to be painter's tape and that's the whole purpose of it. Sometimes it still can pull the paint off. Okay, now I put 2 coats of Kilz, K-I-L-Z. You get it from Home Depot or Lowe's. It's a wall. I say it a million times, but I'll keep saying because there's always new people who watch the videos. It's a wall primer. You can use it like a gesso. If you don't have that, you can use gesso also. I did 2 coats to get this coverage. Okay. All right. And this is the painter's tape. They do have the painter's tape now at Dollar Tree. So, but I would still take it and put it on your pants a couple times to get some of the stickiness off, to make sure that you're not going to have a problem with pulling paint off. Okay, so make sure we're still in frame. There we go. Okay, so you take a Sharpie and you're going to hit both sides. I like to go this way and then I like to bring all the lines to meet it. It seems to work out for me the best. I think it's the short strokes that is the reason why it works out better. So. And if you get off a little bit on your lines, it's fine. We're going to add some like distress marks back in anyway. So any little mess ups just adds to the whimsy of the whole thing. And you'll understand what I'm talking about. And especially those if you've watched me do all these Mackenzie checks. I've done Mackenzie checks on so many things. So I'm loving this sled for Christmas. I do a pink shabby chic Christmas. But I'm adding the Mackenzie black and white checks, so I think it's going to be really fabulous. I have another really pretty project. With these sleds. Okay. Now, the reason I'm putting 2 pieces of tape together is because this is how fat I want my my checks to be. So if you find painter's tape that's already this wide or about this wide, then you don't need to double it up. I'm just doubling it up because that's how wide I want my checks. Okay. Come to the other side. And throughout the year, you're going to see me doing a lot of DIYs with these Kenzie checks. I just love it. I think it adds so much whimsy and magic to your home decor. I just love it. So I have a tea kettle, a real Kenzie check tea kettle, and 2 mugs. And I want to paint a checkered one. Take one of my old tea kettles, not teapots, tea kettles that go on the stove that has a hole in it, but I want to hand paint it like my one that I bought in the black and white checks. So I'll be doing that. I have some apples that I bought from Dollar Tree, some ceramic apples. I want to paint those Kenzie checks. So I got a lot of things to do that I'll be doing videos on. Okay, so now let's go into the center of this. So try to start in the center and do it. Now we're going to do our cross checks. And the only time you have to do both sides of the line is the first time. Now this time, the reason I'm not going like this and meeting up to the line is because now I'm finding it easier because I have a goal to go from here to this check, from here to this check, from here to this check. That's how I see it in my eyes. So you guys do it however comfortable, but this is the basic technique that I'm doing. So I'll do a few more and then we'll pause the camera for the time of this video. So now I only have to do this side. I don't have to do both sides. This line might be a little weird. Yeah, this line's a little bit off because the tape started pulling up. But like I said, it's fine. We'll be fine when we start painting the checks in. One more. Oops, sorry guys. Sorry about that. I heard some big truck in front of my house. I was just wondering what that was. Anyway. I hear it, but I can't see it, so. Okay. My tape is not sticking as much as I want it to. It might be, I've used this yesterday on another project, so it's probably getting a little bit old. It's lost a lot of its stickiness, but I think I'm going to still use it. Okay, I'm going to pause you guys, and then I'm going to finish these lines here, and then we'll be back, and we'll go on with the rest of it. Okay, so I'll be back in just a second. Okay, guys, we are back. Making sure we're back. Yes, we're back. Okay. So I finished that off camera. Now I'm starting at the top, this piece up here at the top, and I already started the middle part, okay? Because we're going to do stripes on this part. Everything else we're going to paint black, like this here, and then the bottom pieces we'll just do black. I just want to show you. I'm not going to do all these stripes, but I'll just do nothing that you can see. Oh, and I'm only using one piece of tape. So when you want to do checks or stripes smaller, just use one piece of tape. So now I'm just using one. Okay. So this painter's tape is like just super important to your Kenzie checks. That's what I call these, black and white checks, Kenzie checks. And what I think makes them different than other types of checks is all the distressing that we put in after we do the checks. Okay. And then this last one we don't have to do because that's the end of it, I think. Yeah, there's a little bit left, but yeah. Okay, so we got that done there. So then you would just continue to the other side. For sake of time, we won't continue to the other side right now. Okay, so now let's start on painting in some checks. Okay. And painting in some stripes. You know what we'll do is we'll start over here. Well, let's paint some stripes real quick. It's super simple. I like to use a, what is this called? This brush here that has a really thin, barely anything on it. You have more control, like a pencil, if you use one of these. What is this called? The name of it's going to come to me in a second. Oh, my brain sometimes. It'll come to me in a second what type of brush this is. But it's the brush is very, very thin. It will just give you more control. A big brush is just going to give you less control, so. And I like to kind of paint the edges. Okay, so that's black. This is white. We want a black stripe, right? See how I kind of went out of the line right there? Don't worry about it. I've said this a lot of times when I've seen the Kenzie checks, when they do it on whatever, mugs, cups, on their tea kettles. They always go out of lines a little bit, and it makes it look whimsical. Okay, so skip that one, because it's a white, now black. Okay. And we won't be finishing all these checks and stripes. I'm just doing enough to give you an example so you know how I did all this. Okay. So, let's go now here at the top. You know, I did have this right here, just a little bit left. We're just going to ignore that and go all the way up on that. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. So what we're starting out with, there's white here. We'll start out with a white check there. We'll just start with a black here. Let me see if I have my readers anywhere because I need them. There they are. Move those out of the way. All right, that's better. I know we live in some difficult times right now, and doing things like this really relax me. It's that repetitive thing of doing the same thing over and over, and it relaxes a lot of people. So paint some checks. Okay, there we go. So we'll leave this one. Oh, maybe we shouldn't have handled it like that. Yeah, we'll handle it like that. So we'll leave this white. We'll even leave the one above it white. And we'll paint this black. Let me think. You guys, just a second. Let me think about something. This would need to be white. So this would need to be black. White. So this is white. Black. So if I do this black, this is white. This is black, this is white. This is black, this is white. Okay. You guys, I'm going to go up here because I already made the lines. I lied. Let's go back to the top of here. Paint this black. Leave this one white and paint this little one here black. Because I already put the lines in. Okay. All right, let's go back down to this row here. So we were white. Then this one will need to be black. Probably come down a little closer. Okay. Oh, that feels so much better now that I turned my little piece here that I'm working on. You guys, you could do so many things with these sleds. I got a whole nother idea for these sleds. Actually, the idea, I was inspired by Olivia's Romantic Home. The other idea I have, so I can't wait to show you that. It's my, my take on it. Okay, so let's do one more row of the checks. So right above it's white, so this needs to be black. Okay. White, black, and right above it's white, so we're in pattern still. And if it's not perfectly black, you see a little white striations coming through, it's fine because we're going to distress everything. Everything's going to have stress marks through it, or little inclusions, little distress marks, however you want to call it. I'm coming, like I said, I'm coming near the end of my DIY, Christmas DIYs, because I need to. Like I said, I turned my whole house into a shabby chic Christmas wonderland, and I need to get started. I usually already started, but I had a lot of DIYs this year that I wanted to do, that I wanted to share with you guys. So you just continue that same thing all the way through. The other thing I would do, I'll show you here at the top, is this up right here. Paint this black. And I'm just going around the rope. I don't really care that the rope's on there. I don't want to have to tie the rope back on. So if I get a little black on it, I'm good with it. Okay. And then right here. So on both sides, all the way down, you paint these little sections black. And we'll throw some distress lines or some inclusions here too. Okay, so that is how I got all of the checks. So for the sake of time, we won't be filling in all of the checks and everything, but that is a nice little example of how to do the checks and the stripes and then filling in the rest of it. So let me put this down on the ground and I will finish that off camera. And let's go to one that we've already got done. Okay, we have everything done except for the stress marks. So let's make some stress marks. You can use, you can use a fan brush, or you can use like a brush like this. I love a stiff brush to do these distress marks. I think it works the best. If you don't have that, you can choose another brush. Another important part is you can just use a regular brush. Another important part is to make sure you have a very little bit of paint on your brush. To make these distress marks, you don't need a whole lot of paint on your brush. Just get a little white. And to make them, you want to use some just some matte acrylic paint. I use the Apple Barrel. Okay. This costs you like $3 at Walmart. These are 50 cents, but they're both Apple Barrel. I got to get some more paper towels back in my room here, my craft room. Ooh, I just saw Sled the 99. Just came up on my iPad. He has a 99-cent. Is it a 99-cent? No, it's a Dollar Tree walkthrough. You guys check out Sled the 99. Love his channel. He's so fun. He has a lot of Dollar Tree walkthroughs and 99-cent walkthroughs. They're really fun. And hauls. He's really fun. And tons of giveaways. Sway to the 99. I'll try to put him below. Okay. So, let's put some distress marks at the top on the stripes. Well, even before that, we'll put some stress marks here on this part. Okay. And a little here, too. And we'll throw some stress marks here and like that. Okay. See, when you throw distress marks like this in your work, then nothing has to be perfect, right? It takes the stress right out of it, which is what we all want. Take the stress out. Like I said, we're living through some stressful times, so we all got way too much going on right now, so taking the time to do some crafting and just to relax. Okay, there we go. Let's do it both sides like that. Okay, so see how fast I'm doing these distress marks? Come some up from the top or from the bottom up, top down. Let me move this like this. I need to take some of my paint off. I got a little too much paint on. So right down the middle on that one here. Now you can see that this looks a little bit different. It's because I started outlining each of them in gold. Okay. I can throw some distress marks into here. Like that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we did that quickly. So that's really quick with the white ones. And now we're going to throw some gold distress marks on the white. Okay, let me just put the rest of the paint that I have back in here so I don't waste the paint. If I have a little paint left, I usually try to pick it up with the brush and put it back in the bottle just so I don't waste. Okay, and then this is some gold metallic paint by Folk Art. It's called Inca Gold. This is right next to the apple barrel paint. These are 50 cents. These are probably $1, which for Folk Art paint, that's a good price. So if you want Folk Art paint, a little bit higher quality, go to Walmart. It's, I think, one of the best places to buy it. Okay, again, this is a liner brush. That's what this is called. I knew it would come to me. So you want to take a liner brush again. Make sure it's completely rinsed. And get the black out of it. Okay. And let's throw some distress lines and things. Okay. Okay, so there's some distress gold lines in there. And now let's throw some distress lines in the rest of it. I just want to say something really quickly. I'm following a few people online who are going through this COVID experience. And I've known a couple people now who have COVID or have had it. I'm following people online. You guys, it's just not a joke. It's just no joke. It's nothing to mess with. I don't want to make anyone too sad or depressed, but just stay 6 feet from people and try not to gather, and please wear a mask. I just don't want to see anybody else I know on YouTube either be going through COVID, and a lot of people who are going through it are documenting it on YouTube. So just so they can let the rest of us know how real it is and how bad it is. So yeah, just please protect yourself. I really don't want to hear. I really don't want to hear about anybody else on YouTube who's documenting and going through this COVID thing. It's so sad. So anyway, just wanted to kind of mention that, not to bum anybody out, but just for people to really just be so mindful. Okay, look how pretty this looks, you guys. Doesn't that look pretty with the inclusion? The inclusions to me make everything. That's the thing that makes it different. That's what gives you that Mackenzie Childs. Okay, the next thing I just want to show you quickly. If you want, you don't have to do this, but you can take it and you can outline and gold marks and gold marking around the squares. There's this Forever in Time gold marker from Dollar Tree. You guys, it's the best gold marker I've ever used. And it's Forever in Time. And it's $1. You guys know a good gold marker will cost you like $5 or $6 at Michael's or Joann's. Okay. I just don't want to get my hand in any of the gold here. But anyway, let's just go right here. You know what? We got a lot of wet paint here. So maybe I should, yeah, we got too much wet paint. But you saw what I did. You're just going to take it and line it in gold. And that's what I did to the squares down here. And you can also decide by looking at both squares what you like better. Do you like it better lined in gold, or do you like the checks plain? So these ones are lined in gold and these ones are plain. So it kind of is up to you. I like them both. I almost like just the plain ones, and then I like the ones done in gold too. Things that make you go, So anyway, we'll let that dry though. I can't do the lining of the gold with you because I got too much wet squares right now. But you guys, that is it. I hope you guys are inspired to do some Kenzie checks on some of these sleds from Dollar Tree. It doesn't even look like the original sled, does it? I love it. So I'm going to finish up my other one, and then I'll have those, and I'll be back with another video with using these sleds some more, okay? So I'll talk to you guys soon. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. And you guys, if you know anybody who you think would like my channel, I do Dollar Tree hauls, I do lots of DIYs, I do mixed media, junk journaling, mixed media junk journaling, mixed media period. If you know anybody that's interested in that, if you could just share with one of your subscribers or your friends, that would be great. And remember, do something nice for someone today. And remember, my friends, we are more alike than we are not. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.